you know, what can other brands learn from this particular case study? You know, in the, you know, we stand for this, people like us do stuff like this.
So let's talk about the difference between a logo and a brand.
Logo versus brand. This might be good for my class.
Right? Because companies spend way too much time on their logo. Just like people on YouTube spend way too much time on their hair. I'm told they spend way too much time on their hair. If Nike opened a hotel, I think we would be able to guess pretty accurately what it would be like.
If I'm being totally honest, no. I can't picture what a Nike hotel would look like.
If Hyatt came out with sneakers, we'd have no clue. Because Hyatt doesn't have a brand. They have a logo. If I swapped the signs on a hotel at that price point, you couldn't tell. If you were to Marriott, if you were to Hilton, if you were to Hyatt, the hallway, the room, I don't know, where am I? No brand. So what it means to have a brand is you've made a promise to people. They have expectations. It's a shorthand. What should I expect the next time? And if that is distinct, you've earned something. If it's not distinct, let's admit you make a commodity and you're trying to charge just a little bit extra for peace of mind.
So here's the definition that we're going to go with on the difference between a logo and a brand. A logo by itself is merely a graphic element with a name. It is a piece of a brand used in visual communication. A brand is everything, tangible and intangible, that represents a business and gives its logo meaning.
The problem that Hyatt and Hilton and Marriott and the rest have is sort by price. Because if I go online now to find a hotel, it's really simple. Sort by price. Why would I pay $200 extra to go a block away? I don't. So what's the value of a brand? The value of a brand is how much extra am I paying above the substitute? And if I'm not paying extra, you don't have a brand.
Wait, let's replay that in my head.
So what's the value of a brand? The value of a brand is how much extra am I paying above the substitute? And if I'm not paying extra, you don't have a brand.
But how do you build a brand? Marketing.
And here's Semenya. She's pushing on again, and she's breaking away. She's going for something special here.
Would it be easier for you if I wasn't so fast? Will it be simpler if I stopped winning? Would you be more comfortable if I was less proud? Will you prefer I hadn't worked so hard? Or just didn't run? Or chose a different sport? Or stopped at my first steps? That's too bad, because I was born to do this.
Who does it again? Semenya takes the win, and won it!
You know, I might be in one of the only households in America that doesn't have a Nike shoe. But think about this, like in an abstract sense. We pay for rubber or leather and glue and cloth. The raw materials of a sneaker probably cost less than $1. $100. Sometimes in the case of Nike, several hundreds of bucks, because their marketing is absolutely incredible.
Un embotellamiento apocalíptico ha causado que la Ciudad de México... ¡Es que se te ve más bonito esto, en serio! ¡Mamá, ya! ¿Qué estás haciendo? Ven, bájate, mi amor, bájate, bájate.
Soy mala, es lo que
métanse a sus carros.
According to this source, Nike uses the 4 Ps to build its brand: product, price, place, and promotion. And to sum this up for you, let's read this sentence here. Nike relies heavily on advertisements to promote their products, especially those featuring high-profile athletes and celebrities. And they use this to justify the price. Premium pricing, on the other hand, comes into play when you consider Nike's use of celebrity endorsements and influencer marketing, which positions Nike as a premium brand, which is worth paying premium prices for. Place is kind of interesting too. In the past, Nike had an entire chain of stores across the country and really across the world. But in the age of internet commerce, it has become more dependent on its online store. And because people can't try the products, it makes them even more connected with the celebrities that endorse these products, that endorse their products. Nike affiliates themselves with inspiring people who have great stories. Remember that the raw materials that go into these sneakers, rubber, glue, string, it's super cheap. Most of the money goes into advertising and signing the talented people with great stories. That is what makes people inspired to pay a premium price, a higher price for the product. Watch.
If people say your dreams are crazy, if they laugh at what you think you can do, good. Stay that way. Because what non-believers fail to understand is that calling a dream crazy is not an insult. It's a compliment. Don't try to be the fastest runner in your school or the fastest in the world. Be the fastest ever. Don't picture yourself wearing OBJ's jersey. Picture OBJ wearing yours. Don't settle for homecoming queen or linebacker. Do both. Lose 120 pounds and become an Ironman after beating a brain tumor. Don't believe you have to be like anybody to be somebody. If you're born a refugee, don't let it stop you from playing soccer for the national team at age 16. Don't become the best basketball player on the planet. Be bigger than basketball. Believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything. When they talk about the greatest team in the history of the sport, make sure it's your team. If you have only one hand, don't just watch football, play it at the highest level. And if you're a girl from Compton, don't just become a tennis player. Become the greatest athlete ever. Yeah, that's more like it. So don't ask if your dreams are crazy. Ask if they're crazy enough.
So right now I'm going to give you about 5 minutes to work on questions 1 and 2. You can work with partners. That's absolutely fine. Just in 5 minutes, make sure that you get both of these questions fully answered. All right, I got one more case study for you, and I thank you for your hard work to this point. One more case study. Toyota and Lexus Are you ready for mind blow? Okay, one, this is a fact. Toyota and Lexus are the same company, same ownership, same everything. Different brands owned by the same company. Let's take a look at their cars. Look at this. Now, Toyotas are known for affordability and durability. Lexus is a brand that is known for luxury. And of course, remembering all of this, this is the same company. Now, take a good look at these two cars. One is a Toyota. This is a Toyota. This is a Lexus. Take a good look at these. This is the same car. They didn't even try to make it different. It's the same thing. This is like an identical car, maybe a little bit different in the front here. By the way, if you pop open the hood, you're going to see a Toyota engine. It might be rebranded. It might have an L on it, but it does indeed have the same exact Toyota engine. Now, take a look at this. Let me zoom out a little bit more. MSRP, great. There we go. MSRP, manufacturer's suggested retail price. 2020 Toyota Camry, $24,425. And for the Lexus, $39,900. If you get the GS model, that's up to $51,000 if you're going to buy it new. Okay, so reflecting upon that, what we just learned about Toyota and Lexus, I have two final questions. Does the best, highest quality, or highest value products become the most successful? Or does the better brand win every time? Please answer that in your own words. And number 5, in your own words, what is marketing? Please do not use a definition found on the internet. Number 3, I asked you to do an internet search, but for these final 2, in your own words, just do your best. That's all for today. Thanks for watching, everybody.